All right, we're back. This intro, a friend of mine that I used to work with way back in the day at YTV. For those
shout out.
Yeah, Toronto knows about YTV. It's a television station that was for the children, and yeah, exactly. With Sugar, Carlos, Sugar, yeah, exactly. Ben 10, all that Teletubbies.
Ben 10, yes.
Yeah, man, old school. I used to work there, right? And I used to be cool with this dude named Harry, and Harry's a big Raptor fan, and I used to hang out with him way back in the day. And this was 2005. He's like, "You want to come watch Draft Day?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that's cool." And this was back when Gerald Green was in the draft, and I was like, "Man, I want the Rats to get Gerald Green, man. He's gonna be exciting. He's gonna bring some excitement back to Toronto." This is 2005, man. This is like 20 years ago. I didn't know he had set up a camera in the room, and I had no idea that he recorded. That's me, man. That's me without a beard. This is like way back in the day, man. Yeah, so
underground footage, man.
This is and this shit's got 20,000 hits. Well, I mean it's 20 years old, but still it's got some hits, right? But watch this. This is the Toronto Raptors draft reaction for 2005. Charlie Villanueva. Watch this shit. That's when I drank and smoked. Look at my nerves, man, are shot. Let me watch my knees moving here.
With the 7th pick in the 2005 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Charlie Villanueva.
I just up and left that shit.
That's amazing.
I went straight to go find my Belmonts, and I smoked 2 Belmonts in a row, man.
That is a great little
I love
window.
how there was like no fuck, no nothing, just like get up, leave outside, not even saying a word, man.
And no disrespect to Charlie V, man. What were you gonna say, Max?
A great window into the life of a Raptors fan during those dark days. This is like what's that TV show people was loving on HBO? That medieval era.
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. This is like that Game of Thrones era type of. It was ugly those times.
I was so mad too. I remember that. I was just so mad. I'm like, can't even say his name. I was like, I don't even know who this dude is. Gerald Green. Anyways, boys, I just thought that would be fun to put up there because it kind of there's a bit of those vibes going on right now in Raptorland. So let's go. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. The Raps are currently at 2 wins. You heard that right? Duh. I'm El Hoopo, that's A.Rod and Max P. We're about to get into it, and we're going to speak on where the Raptors are at right now. So hit subscribe. Hope you enjoy this one. And we're back. So let's go. What's up, boys?
What is up, man? I love that clip.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good clip.
That's a great clip. Paul, you're part of history.
Funny, man. I was thinking right now about like, what was it, 2 years ago when we got Scotty? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I remember I wanted Suggs so bad, man. I was waiting for it, and I'm like, Suggs, please, Suggs.
Yep.
And then they announced Scotty. I yelled out, fuck, in my house, and I took
him
outside. Yeah. I was pissed, man.
No,
and the thing is, listen, hear me out on this.
Yeah.
I still like Suggs better.
Yeah.
But I'm rocking with Scotty because we got him, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I like Suggs because when I watched that guy play throughout college, I was like, this guy's a dog, and we needed a point guard at the time, and we still had Fred, and I was like, Fred's never going to be that guy for us, so I wanted us to get that direction of like being, here's our new guard, and let's make it exciting.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it all worked out in the end.
I remember chatting to you in the gym about that. I'm like, you were really high on Suggs, and that made me high on Suggs. I'm like, man, we got to get this guy.
He's a dog, man.
Well, after that clip we mentioned the last time about him on the bench with Wendell Carter, I was like, yeah, I'm a fan now of him. And I think I misspoke. I misspoke on that clip. I'm like, yeah, he's got his tongue out like Jordan. I didn't mean that disrespectfully, like tongue out like Jordan means that's no good. I'm just like, stop acting like Jordan. You're Jalen Suggs. You know what I mean? Like, you're a dog and everything. But that's what I meant by that. But and again,
about that hairline, man. Because we're
in the same boat, man.
He's a 3-year vet, but he's more like he's been in the league league like LeBron's like the time, man.
You got that. Yeah, you got that stress hairline. That stress hairline.
I'll show you why my stress hairline one more time. Here, look at this. Are you seeing the screen again one more time right there? So check that out, man. Like, sheesh, like, man, right there. Like, that shit disappeared so quick. Look at those knees just shaking. Like Charlie V. This better be Gerald Green, man. This better be Gerald Green. Let's watch it one more time.
NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Charlie Villanueva.
Right away.
Man. Anyways, I'm out of here, man. All right, so let's get into this. So we spoke on this last episode, Max and I, about the Bucks game. So we haven't spoke with you, A.Rod, about that. What was your vibe coming out of that one? I have one little thing I want to bring up. I didn't bring up last episode, but so where do you think the state is after that game, where the Raptors are in their heads? Like, where are you at, man? I want to know, like, is Darko still alive in your head? Or,
Darko got what, 9 games left for me? 10?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting, man. I'm not. I'm definitely not sold on him. And I'll say the number one thing for me is like, okay, check this out. In my head, this is what kind of goes through it, right? So it doesn't sound like nonsensical or crazy. I grew up playing this game, and I was a guard, right? So everything's got to be set up for me. There's got to be play actions. There's got to be roles. There's got to be, like, set plays. You're supposed to have control over the game, right? When I watch the Raptors play, I don't feel like there's any sort of control or any sort of go-to guy. I feel like Davion and Shed are doing their best to, like, learn that role, and that's what they're given.
Yeah.
But there's no actual, like, set hierarchy for the Raptors. It's just, hey, this guy takes the ball, try and figure out what to do. Okay, pass to this guy, you take a 3. I don't want to watch fucking Jameson Battle and Boucher and, like, Mobo play, like, random games and have a good one here and there. Like, I want to know, like, which guys are in and which guys are
There's
out.
no pecking order.
Yeah, like, you know, it's not all Darko's fault right now because Quik has been out and Scotty too, because mostly those two guys will have the most ball. But, like, watching the Raptors not have something to do that's very structured, even while they're injured, annoys me inside. So, like, that's kind of why I'm saying I don't like watching these guys play as much as I hope to. Yeah. Maybe when they get healthier, things will be better. I'm praying, but I don't feel like that's just what it's going to be. Yeah. And watching the Raptors play that Milwaukee game, like, what the fuck was that, man? Like, there were so many turnovers in the first quarter. It was like watching a high school game.
There was one highlight. Boys. I don't know if you caught this, but Bruno went over Giannis, man. And I just want to put it up here just so we can watch it, just so we can relive it together. This was nasty. He put it right on top of his head. Let's watch this one right here. Shed up top. Grady. Bruno. Ooh. That was nasty.
It was nice.
I did catch that one. Catch that one.
You know what's hilarious about that? I gotta say one thing that just brought it up. You know, when we do our little around the NBA and stuff, I won't save it for that. I'll just bring it up now because it's in the heat of the moment. I seen a clip online or like a meme online, and they had Scotty Barnes next to Arthur.
Oh no! Because of this shit?
Yeah. And then right under in the comment section, they had that meme with like Arthur's fist just holding it. I'm like, no, man, you guys did him dirty.
No, you can't do Scotty like that. But Bruno put him to sleep.
Scotty's record for off the court outfits is.
Yeah, man.
It's like the Raptors. It's like the Raptors record. You know what I mean?
He needs to fix.
Yeah, he don't have a lot of wins with them outfits.
I don't know what this says, but I'm pretty sure it says "You're done with." Quik Game, Bruno acaba de fazer. I don't know. He did it, man. He did it.
Looks like we're gonna have a Detroit Pistons kind of season.
Well, speaking of Detroit, that's what's next, man. So Raptors coming back across the border, and I held this story. I wanted to give it to you guys. So I told you guys I was in Niagara Falls for I had a cousins weekend for the kids, right? And we went to this like bootleg Great Wolf Lodge, right? Speaking of the border, so I wanted to keep this story. So we were at the Niagara Falls at this water park with all the kids. It was a lot of work, but it was funny because there was a lot of Americans there. Okay, a lot of Americans. You could tell, right? Just slightly a little bigger. bigger, sweating a little bit more stressed, and they smoke more, right? And they eat a hell of a lot more. And so I caught these two. They were just sitting there, right? These two guys, right? And I knew they weren't from around here, right? I could just tell they weren't from here. They weren't from Niagara Falls for sure. So they were talking. Then I heard them talking about the election too. They're like, man, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't want to move up to Alaska. And I was like, oh shit, I want to come in here, right? So I'm like, hey boys, what's going on? They're like, man, nothing, just having a good time here in Niagara Falls. I'm like, oh, is that right? Oh, hey, where are you guys from? They're like, we're from down there in North Carolina. I was like, oh, okay, nice, North Carolina. I went down to South Carolina one time for spring break at Myrtle Beach. Like, oh, you went down to South Carolina? Beautiful, beautiful beaches. Absolutely beautiful beaches. The sandy in the middle of your toes just tickles you like the internet. I'm like, yeah, that's nice, man. That's beautiful. I'm like, what'd you guys think of the election? He goes, well, if there's one thing, I swear to God, this is what he said. He goes, well, if there's one thing that we got out of this election, I was like, what is it? He goes, them immigrants at the border, Trump's going to take care of them with the stingers. I was like, with the what? I was like, with the what? The border stingers. I go, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Them border robots, man, the border stingers. He is talking about these border dogs, and he was calling them stingers because he thinks they're going to sting them. I think they're going to sting the immigrants, man. I was like, yeah, them border robots and border dogs, they're going to sting them. I was like, oh, my God. I'm going to send them right back home. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I was like, it was hard to react. I was like, just nodded my head. I was like, yeah, that's good. Border stingers.
Like those robotic dogs.
Man.
What, they have them in Madison Square Garden, bro? I mean, not Madison Square, New York
border
Times.
dogs.
They have them in Times Square.
Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Yeah, they have them in Times Square in New York, brother. That's the first place they used them.
I had to look it up. I was like, well, I didn't look up border stingers, but I looked up border dogs.
I never knew they were using them at the border. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
so
there's way too much mileage.
Yeah, just crazy. So I thought I'd bring that up. I thought that was crazy, and it really does go to the whole narrative that that country was all about the economy and the border, man. And there it is, border stingers. So, anyways, speaking of which, so Raptors are back over across from America, back on the Canada side. They crossed the border. Speaking of border stingers, and tomorrow night it's Detroit. The Detroit basketball. Detroit Pistons are in town under the bright lights in Toronto. What do you boys want to see? What do you want to like? Just what do you think's gonna happen here? Like, what besides needing a little bit of the pecking order and show me something? Like, what do you guys want to see, man?
Oh, that's a hard question. What do I want to see?
I mean,
I would love to see a win. I mean, Detroit was gifted a win the other night when Spoelstra ran out onto the court and called timeout.
Oh, I saw that.
And now that Jalen Rose meme's all over the internet.
Yeah, the Jalen Rose meme was very nice, very nice. Well done, well done.
But you know what, man? What would I like to see? Okay. What I would like to see is can we force Cade Cunningham into some turnovers or some difficult situations? Because lately he's been chasing the triple doubles. He's had a little bit more command of the offense, but nobody's applying enough ball pressure to him. So can we actually do that? That would be my key for the game, or what I'd like to see the Raptors do.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Milwaukee did to us in that NBA Cup game, right? They put so much pressure on our guards, like. And then after, you had RJ who had completely an off game. He looked like Scotty out there, constantly like bitching at the refs and moaning and stuff. Just not a good game for him at all. But I would like to see if we could do that to somebody else. That would make me happy.
Yeah. What about you, Max? Where's your head at right now? More so, not just what you want to see in this game. Like, where's your head at right now with Raptors at 2 wins, 9 losses? Like, where's your head going? Like, where would your head be going into a game against the Detroit Pistons tomorrow night?
I really want us to find a 3-point shooter. That's our only chance of staying in these games. We got some energy, but our only chance to win some games is to find somebody that can knock down those open threes that we get every game, all game. Like all we do is miss open threes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they get handed to us too because they know we can't hit them. With
of course.
Yeah.
Who's guarding the Raptors on the 3? It makes no sense. Just back up.
Yeah.
And it just makes our game. It's like a domino effect.
Yeah,
we're already trash, and on top of that, we're even more trash because you know what I'm saying. We can't knock down a 3 in an era where like you got to hit the 3. You know what I'm saying? It's whoa. If we're gonna be bad, at least be bad according to the way the league is now. We're so out of step. we're heading for a Detroit Pistons kind of season. You know, we are so just like I'm watching other shit teams and they're way better than us. Just you know what I mean? And they have no chance.
That's
you know
a
what
good
I'm
point,
saying?
man.
I was just gonna say that's a very good point. They're out of step.
We are out of step, bro. And
like Utah, for example, they're not a good team, but
not
they
a good
play
team.
Look
very
better.
well.
They will mollywop us, bro.
And like, hey, shout out to Portland.
Mollywop.
They beat Minnesota 2 nights in a row. And like Portland's absolute garbage, but like they play a better brand of basketball right now.
Yes, they do. Yes,
So fuck it. I'm not giving Darko 10 games. I'm giving him 7, man. just because Portland beat Minnesota twice, man. If Portland can do that, like, there's no reason we should be losing to fucking Milwaukee, man. Get the fuck out.
What did man say about that?
I picked up the Sharp kid in fantasy on Portland.
Did you shade him?
Yeah, Sharp. Yeah, Shaden Sharp. Just out of desperation because I got so many injured players and stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, kid dropped 30 last night. I said, hey, I'll take it.
He can. Very capable of dropping 30.
You know
Shaden, very capable. He's talented.
Somebody got hurt in the starting line, so he was getting more playing time. So I said, all right, let me give it a shot. And then boom, he dropped 30. I said, look at that. We don't have anybody on the Raptors just pop up and drop 30. You know, like
no. And he's athletic as hell too, Shaden. Yeah.
So, and then Detroit got these big, strong dudes, and I'm just worried that we're going to get pushed around, man.
We will.
Mm-hmm.
It's evident. That's what's going to happen.
Remember when Isaiah Stewart chased LeBron?
I do remember.
Never forget it, bro.
Never forget that. I wanted him to get him too.
Hey, LeBron didn't want that smoke, man. LeBron didn't want that
smoke. When homeboy from the Knicks gave Kobe the 2-piece, a quick bat. Oh man, Kobe didn't want that smoke either.
No.
I remember when Carmelo Anthony ran away from a fight and he ran behind another player. Like it was a bad look. Shout out to Jordan, man. Jordan wanted to smoke. Let's go. Who wants it? Vernon Maxwell, Richie Miller. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, Jordan is such a king, man. I watched that Open Gym today, part 1 of the Vince Carter return, all that. They did a special on Vince. It was part 1.
Did he talk about how we gave Jordan the spot for the All-Star game?
They just showed this footage of him at the Hall of Fame induction speech, or like when he went to the Hall of Fame, Vince and Jordan, Mike was there. Mr. Jordan was there, and just like the vibe, just seeing him on the screen, like how he got up, like he is the king of kings, man. He is the lion of lions. He is it. Like you could just in that one little clip, I'm like they showed clips of Larry Bird, like either and Dr. J, but then when they showed the clip of Jordan, just he has this thing like he levitates, like it's crazy.
Less is more, baby. Less is more. People out here trying to market themselves. Hey, look at me. I mean, shit, when Jordan was talking at Kobe's funeral and breaking down their friendship and nobody ever heard this shit before, I mean, like, that's the way it should work. That's a real friendship, not like for show, you know?
You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. That's real respect, yeah. Well, speaking of respect, I mentioned it on last episode, but I got a question for you before I drop it on you, A.Rod. You ever had a hangover before? I don't drink anymore, right? Like sometimes, you get a hangover and it's just brutal. I remember when I used to drink, like speaking of which, that Charlie Villanueva draft video right there, I drank a lot that day and I smoked a lot of weed and liquid cocaine.
Looked like too many cigarettes.
Way too many cigarettes and knees were just wobbling.
Knees knocking, yeah, man.
Belmonts and everything. I went out that night and the next morning though, I was dealt with and done. I just wanted to ask, like, for beer wise, like I should have just been drinking some good beer. Now I haven't mentioned to you that we have a new sponsor, man, from the neighborhood. Yeah, it's Red Tape Brewery, right around where I dropped you off the other day, Main and Girard area, around there. Yeah, he's from the neighborhood, and they started this brewery up. It's a microbrewery during the pandemic. I said, we're going to work something out. I don't have a logo yet, but we're going to make some of the this or that segments brought to you by Red Tape Brewery. So what I should have did, instead of dropped all these liquid cocaines and fucking Jack Daniels and what's that beer? You get the tap beer, like where you just get the big fucking
Guinness.
Oh my God, that stuff goes to your gut, and then next thing you know, you wake up in Pickering with some fat bitch. You know what I mean?
We've all been there.
Have said that.
I haven't been to Pickering with a fat bitch. Though,
we've all been there. I think it was
taking a GO train home, man.
I think it was London for me, but details.
No, man, no joke. One time I did that after a show, Max. I think you were at the one show, and there was a few girls that showed up at the show, and I ended up going somewhere out that way, and I took a GO train home the next day, took a cab from the GO train station, got up to my house, and I'm like looking at that. There was a girl from the night before sleeping under the tree waiting for me. I was like,
don't fucking kill me.
I was like, wake up, what are you doing? I was like, I said, stop. I told the cab, stop. What are you doing? Oh, I thought you were coming. I'm like, man, you need some water? Like, what's wrong with you? I was gonna give her some water. I'm like, man, life is crazy, man. Life can be crazy. So this next edition of This or
That
is brought to you by Red Tape Brewery. And once he gets me that logo, we'll put that logo up here. And for anybody that's in Toronto for the first time or been here for many a time, go check out the microbrewery. Beautiful beers, beautiful beers. They actually probably the best beers on the east side. So go over there, Red Tape Brewery, and get yours quick and fast. So boys, this is This or That. This one's going to be a nice quick one here because we don't have much time. So what I wanted to do a Hold This real quick. And this one came up while they the idea came in my head while the Raptors were out west in California. So I thought I might as well just do it again right here. But who would you trust more to hold this for a weekend? If you got to go, who would you trust more? A Silicon Valley exec to hold this? You trust them more, or a Hollywood exec? A Hollywood exec or a Silicon Valley exec to hold this? Who do you trust more?
Easy. Hollywood, man.
You got Hollywood?
Hollywood, man.
Tell me why.
These guys be doing all this crazy shit, man. I'm not even going to say what they've been doing, man.
Tell me.
Hey, that casting
Steiners?
couch.
They were doing Steiners?
Yeah. They got all that crazy shit going on. I'm not even going to get into it, man. It's pretty disgusting, but I'll just say
So
these Hollywood guys, man, they jumping out to that. What do they call it, man? The conspiracy theorists? The Grove.
Yeah.
The Grove.
The Grove.
Yeah, shit. If I don't appear on the next episode, I didn't commit suicide, man.
Eating them babies, huh?
So I'll just say, man, those guys, they can handle anything you throw at them, man.
So you throw them a bag, you're getting that bag back?
Yeah, all good, man. Silicon Valley, man, these guys will be like, oh, I didn't know. I'll go to Congress and give some shit about how I never meant for it to be this way. I skirt around the question. No thanks, man. I'm not with those guys. For real.
No.
Hollywood exec, that shit'll never make it to court, man.
No, won't see a day in court. No, I like that. All right, so A.Rod's got Hollywood exec to hold this for a weekend. Who do you got, Max P? Hollywood or Silicon Valley? Who do you got?
Oh, this is some nasty work right here. This is some nasty work.
This is for the internet, this one.
I mean,
for the internet for sure, man.
Yeah.
They thought Kamala and Trump was a tough choice, bro. This right here is a tough choice right here. Mark Zuckerberg and the tech guys. That's a CIA foundation, and then you have the Hollywood guys. That's Mob Foundation.
100%.
And so I'm more familiar with the Mob, obviously. They're to be worked with or trusted a little more than those CIA guys.
Yeah.
CIA guys are just too mysterious. Nobody knows anything about them. Yeah. They probably don't know anything about themselves. So I'm going to go with Hollywood to hold this. All right. Goodness gracious.
There was a whole lot of pauses on that one.
Yes, man. It's nasty work right here. This is nasty work.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a good one, man.
That's a tough choice, man. Great options. Goodness gracious.
For me, it's funny, too, because you're right. Like, the Hollywood is mobbed up, but it's like you look at this picture alone, and for those just listening, like, everybody in Hollywood has got some sort of pin that has a logo that you've never seen before. They got shit around their neck, like, for some society that you've never known. Yes, like, all you do is make movies. How come you're in all these goddamn rich societies nobody knows about? You know what I mean?
It's a problem, bro.
It's a real problem. And then so, like, that's kind of shady to me, right? Like, I'm not quite sure if I should hand you the bag, but then it's like these guys is like the Silicon Valley guys. Like, not only do they not know themselves, like, these guys are turning into computers, like they're AI. Like look at Zuckerberg's face. Like, there is zero trust in that face. I can't trust that face for us. Look at his eyes, man. That's the devil. That's the devil right there in his eyes. And then these guys, I don't even know who they are. That's not real hair. The guy with the gray hair right here. And this guy right here has been in a basement. He couldn't trust himself to leave the basement. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy is just frequent masturbators who don't know shit about anything else outside of their basement. So I'm gonna have to go with Hollywood on this one, just because to mix both of you is like, for one, yes, connected to the mob, and two, like A.Rod said, like they've seen some shit. Like I can't trust the tech guys. Haven't seen anything, man. They just seen screens. These guys have seen some Diddy parties. These guys have seen some fucking right. So they know how to shut up. You know what I mean?
They know how to secrets already. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure they can keep a secret or two, right? And they probably got a bunch of the stangers outside of their doors, right? Waiting to use it again. So that's a nice quick one right there. Now I had a quick question, man. It just popped actually in my head right now. I don't know why, but might as well just throw it out there. If you were to make like I think it's because I was talking about. I didn't actually write this down. If you were to make your perfect bitch, just listeners, your perfect girl, right? But it has to be made out of Hollywood. So like actresses or entertainers or musicians.
That's a fun question.
Give me three. Give me three you would mix in a bowl. And you would make the perfect woman. I won't say bitch. The perfect woman. So give me three. So who's your three? If you can. I think I got three. Yeah, mix them.
What's my favorite word?
Bitch.
Yes.
Okay. I won't get too specific. I'll just.
All right.
All right.
I think I got three. All
right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes,
okay,
I'm
gonna go. All right. I'm gonna go Catherine Zeta.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
Well, nice pick, brother. Goodness gracious.
Margot Robbie, or however you want to pronounce it. And then my last one will be Megan Good.
Oh my goodness.
I think I'm gonna go those three. Yeah.
Okay, so you have. Oh, I like that. I like that, man. That's a big mix. So say those three again, man. You got Megan Good.
Yeah.
You got Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Well, she's original, man. Yeah. She's gonna do you right too. Should do. Okay, I like that. All right, Max, who do you got? We're gonna mix it up. It's gonna be your bottom bitch, the one that gets the front seat, the one that gets the most space in the closet. You know what I mean? And the other ones, they go find their own closet. You know what I mean?
Number one spot in my book, undisputed, is Pam motherfucking Grier, the baddest bitch to ever touch a movie screen. Oh my goodness gracious!
This.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough after Pam Grier. I'm gonna go with. I can't remember her name. She was in the Italian Job with Mark Wahlberg.
What's her name? Not Megan Fox.
She's a white girl, but she's like South African, I think. She got short hair. She got a real attitude.
I like the description.
She was in the Italian Job with. Yes.
Charlize Theron?
Yes. Yeah. Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Charlize Theron got most girls I end up dating have the Charlize Theron attitude. Just impossible attitude. That's just my curse. I always end up with
impossible.
The impossible beautiful girl. I always end up with that type of chick. And then number three, I'm gonna go with Nia Long.
Oh, I like that.
Always had a crush. Yeah, always had a crush on Nia Long.
You like the short hair, huh? Ooh, wait.
Yeah,
Charlize got short hair.
Nia Long won that battle with Halle Berry back in the day. That was a big battle, that was a big battle. But Nia Long won the battle. She was the one that you would wanna date.
Remember when Billy Bob laid out Halle Berry out?
It was over. It was over when Billy Bob hit that. It was like, you know what, Halle? This just
let Billy Bob have that.
I'm scarred for life, Halle. This movie did me wrong,
So you got Foxy Brown, you got Charlize Theron, and you got Nia Long. You mix all that up. That's a nice mix. So I got my mix. I've mentioned her before because she's my girl, man. Penelope Cruz. She's right here. That I love those days. You know what I mean? The attitude, like just you can't fuck with her. You know what I mean? Like she will fuck you up, and she's sexy as hell to do it too.
It's the curse, bro.
It's the curse. I'm gonna kind of have the same as you, man. So I got Penelope Cruz, and then I'm adding in this one might surprise a few, but I don't know what it is about her, man. But MIA, man. I've always had a little thing for MIA. So I got Penelope Cruz and MIA.
I love MIA.
Mash those two up, and then I'm gonna fill it out with a little Stacey Dash because of the King cover, man.
Oh wow, Stacey Dash was so Stacey Dash.
Max
we're talking video girls from back in the day.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh man, shout out to
Esther Baxter.
Esther Baxter. Shout out to young Janet Jackson. When she was like when she first got plump and she was on the Vibe cover.
Oh my god! But I still remember that King cover with Stacey Dash. I tripped when I saw it walking through 7-Eleven. I was like,
in the Clueless era, Stacey Dash was untouchable. She was
untouchable. Well, that was fun, man. I don't know why I threw that out there, but my lady hasn't been home in a few days, so she's coming home tonight. I'm gonna give her that stanger. Well, that was another edition of this or that brought to you by Red Tape Brewery. All right, boys, let's go around the NBA real quick. We only got a few minutes. Is there anything that has stuck out to you? Some crazy ass memes or anything? Let me know, A.Rod. Hit me.
One of my favorite things of last week was watching fucking Karl Anthony Towns headbutt two 76ers.
Yeah, that was crazy.
In one go. That was wild, man. My man headbutt Oubre and Embiid all in the same play.
This dude.
And then he did it. Then he had the balls to ask for the foul.
Yep, like you're looking around like, what I do?
Yeah, that's cat for you. Huh?
So that was my favorite. My second favorite thing of last week was watching that Bronny James is only playing home league or home games with the G League team. And then NBA Centel was like, because he doesn't have his dad's permission to stay out late. You know, his dad got to him at all times.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you guys doing it wrong now, man.
Yeah, man. This is rough, Ronnie. This is rough.
Yeah.
Roddy, you old enough to get drafted. You old enough to go to jail for life. But you out here getting treated like you 12 years old, bro.
What'd you just say? You're old enough to get drafted. You're old enough to go to jail for the rest of your life. 12-year-old, man. Yeah. Unbelievable. It's so true. What about you, Max? Anything stick out to you
injuries. Goodness gracious, bro.
Oh, God, man. It's gross. Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. I got one thing I wanted to throw at you guys before we go. So I call this episode grimy just because I've mentioned it before. You know, sometimes we do some music, right? And I used to live in the UK for a while, and so I was looking back at that. There was a video of it was like back in like 2003. This is before Drake started to like act like he was from the UK. I knew this shit this was way back. This is when I followed a girl over to the UK and nobody knew shit about grime music, right? Like I used to mention it to people like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, I barely know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted to I was like going through some old songs. I'm like, oh my God, this guy, I got to bring this up on the pod because nobody's heard of this guy except over there, right? His name is Tempa T. And this dude,
I heard of him.
Oh, you have? Okay, of course you guys. But a lot of people otherwise have never heard of Tempa T. But this is his video, Next Hype. This is his big video. Now you want to get hype? Like this was on my gym mix. This guy's a fucking animal. Listen to this shit.
Oh, man, still spitting. It's a thing. You get me? What kind of things that you have? When I find out, don't expect me to stop. I'll come for the peas that you stack and come for all the food that you block. Better hand over the bag. Your boys don't when they see you shot. If I kick down those doors, you're flat. Damn, no, you're at your house on the spot. Yeah. All the things in your house. Yeah. All the things in the fridge.
Oh man! Shout out to Onyx. Remember when Onyx had us slam dancing?
Yes, man. Yeah. Good point. It's kind of like that, huh?
It's not worth your life, just cover up the scratch. It's too late to lock up the latch. I can smell the coal, just pull out the batch. I'm not here to watch you relax and drink your wine here, just pull out the bag. It's
just some of the hypest music, man.
Are you fucking mad? Next hype.
Oh man,
shout out to
Tempa T, man.
Shout out to Old School Boogie Down Productions.
Man.
Yeah, like that high energy music. I love that shit, man.
Shout out to the no ads on YouTube today.
Oh, by the way, before we get out of here, I just started the new season. We got 33 minutes here. The new season of Sprint. If you're into track, man, go jump into that new season of Sprint on Netflix. Noah Wiles is too much, man. Noah Wiles, when you turn a camera on record, that dude is too much. Did you start the second season, man?
I have not.
Oh my God, this dude is too much.
Yeah, he's been out there, man. Apparently, he's got all sorts of ADHD and all sorts of crazy shit.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, that makes sense then.
I don't know.
But I mean, sprinters are very diva, like Carl Lewis and Donovan. And
don't ever mention Carl Lewis in a barbershop, especially at Cleve's barbershop, man. You ever mention Carl Lewis?
Hey, great song.
That's what I said, because Shelly Ann, man. Shelly Ann, the Jamaican sprinter, man. I was like, oh, Shelly Ann. And then I thought, oh, yeah, Red Rat. I used to work at Wonderland, and this kid I used to work with handed me a tape. He's like, my dad made me this tape. And then he handed me the tape, and it had Red Rat on it, man. And I was like, just reminded me.
People know about Red Rat. They know some good music, man.
Yeah.
That's why I got the, oh, no.
I love this era, man. I used to love some Super Cat, man. That's my favorite.
Super Cat, man. With his clashes with Ninja.
Yeah, two pistols on the back of the motorcycle. Let's go.
You ever watch those old clashes like Ninja Man going on stage and he pulls out that gun and then points it at the cop who's on stage? And he's all high out of his mind. You ever seen that shit?
No, I don't remember.
All right, we gotta just do that before we go.
All the time.
Oh my God. Are you still seeing me look this up right now?
Yeah, we see it.
Ninja
we don't see the screen.
Stage gun. Yeah, this one right here.
All right, show it now.
You don't see it? Oh, okay.
No.
The level of seriousness.
Oh my God. This guy's a fucking legend, man. Ninja. He's got the gun on the holster on his leg. Look at this shit. And there's a cop on stage. This is crazy. Watch. Hold on. What is he doing? He gets into... Look, he's got the... Where does he point it? Okay, it's back here. Where is it? Oh, maybe this isn't the right. But he points it at. He points it at the. Oh yeah, right there, right there. This guy doesn't want none of it. Watch. Here it goes. He says, "Come here, police." Here it is. He looks at his gun.
I said, lift up your hand.
Then he points his gun at him. This guy's like, I don't want nothing to do with this.
Where'd the cop go?
He ran.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. That was crazy. Oh, entertainers, man. Anyways, boys, if there's anything else, if not, let's get out of here. Detroit Saturday, or Detroit tomorrow night. Hopefully, Raz can make that 3 wins, huh? We'll see what we can do. Yes.
Lucky number 3.
In-season tournament, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they wear those Slick City jerseys. Have you seen those?
Hopefully the fucking screen doesn't explode my eyes, man.
I know. It better not be.
Man.
It better not be a red or a yellow court, man. Like
I couldn't see anything in that Bucks game. It was terrible. All right, boys, let's get out of here. That was the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast, and that's me, Mr. El Hoopo. That's Max P. You better pay me, Mr. A.Rod. We were going to tell you about a story about something deep on the internet, but guess what? You don't need to hear about it. So we're going to end it at that, and let's just go. We'll see you this Sunday. Bye-bye.